Trevor Siemian came out, solid start, clearly is not interested in throwing the long ball, but looked solid on the short game. And then he throws a pick six. In comes Mark Sanchez, throws some great balls, and then does Mark Sanchez things. 2 fumbles, and I think 3 or 4 plays. He has 51 career fumbles. Do they rename Sports Authority Field first, or do they name a starting quarterback first, and who is it?
I don't know that they're going to be in a rush to coronate someone now. I mean, I understand what Cleveland did with RG3, but that was a little different situation because at the point they made that move, it was going to be RG3, and you want to empower that kid. If it was about, Josh McCown, they wouldn't have gone out and got RG3. If Josh McCown was 6 or 7 years younger, then they don't go out and get RG3. So that's a little different. This Broncos situation, all these guys need reps. It is really, truly a viable competition, and they're being evaluated from throw to throw in each practice and obviously in these games. And I've said all along that I'm not worried about who throws the first pass of the season for the Denver Broncos. That's a team that feels like it will get better through the season. That's a team that won a Super Bowl without a quarterback last year. And that's a team that feels like the kid they took in the first round has a lot of upside, and Elway took him for a reason. So regardless of who throws the first pass there, I think the last pass of the season is thrown by Paxton Lynch. I think when you look at their overall pie chart for a number of reps under center when it's all said and done for this season, Lynch will be far and away the clubhouse leader. Doesn't necessarily mean he has to start week 1, but certainly he's being groomed to be ready to play in that offense sooner rather than later. Elway will be willing to take his lumps with that kid early, thinking that come November, late November, early December, he's going to be far and away the best quarterback on our roster. If he's not already now, certainly through that learning curve of the first couple months of the season, he will be. And let's try to have this kid, this sort of weapon in our arsenal, this kid's athleticism, all the things we think he can do to help us get a play here or a play there, because that's all we really need. If this defense doesn't fall off precipitously, we just can't have butt fumbles. And, we can't just hope and think that maybe we found something in Simeon. We're going to have to ride with this kid who, look, we valued as a first-rounder. And, again, can he just be better than or the same as Osweiler last year, this year, knowing that next year and the year after, we think he could be markedly better?
And to your point, for all his deserved accolades, one of the great top 5 quarterbacks of all time, the Broncos won a Super Bowl with arguably one of the 5 worst quarterbacks in the league last year, a guy who I believe couldn't throw a 25-yard out. I think Gary Kubiak did not want him audibling anywhere near a pass in that Super Bowl.
The Dan Patrick Show, weekday mornings on Audience.